We have some major breaking news has been announced that NASCAR has indefinitely suspended Daniel Dye, and Call Racing has also indefinitely suspended Daniel Dye. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to your video. As I just said a second ago, it's some pretty massive major breaking news, as it has been announced that NASCAR and Call Racing have officially indefinitely suspended Daniel Dye. Here's a statement from NASCAR on this. As Bob Pockers reports that NASCAR has indefinitely suspended Call Racing driver Daniel Dye for inappropriate conversation on a Whatnot video stream. He made interferences on the sexuality of another man in a tone mocking. Dye will also be required to undergo sensitivity training as well. In addition to that, Call Racing has also released their own statement as well. Call Racing has indefinitely suspended driver Daniel Dye, effective immediately, after becoming aware today of comments he made on social media. Now, Call Racing at the time has not announced a replacement driver at this point. Now, obviously, what is the reference to? Well, there was a Whatnot stream that happened earlier, I believe maybe last night or earlier today, where Daniel Dye was sitting next to driver Brent Cruz. And Daniel Dye was basically mocking Dave Malukas in a very, not a great way, and not a good way, in my opinion, where he's basically making fun of Dave Malukas, and he was basically making some slurs, in a sense, against Dave Malukas at the time. Now, that video basically went around, and a lot of people saw the incident and were not very happy with Daniel Dye in regards to that situation. And many people thought that there was going to be some action taken. I thought maybe there would be the sensitivity training side of things, I'm not really shocked and not really surprised to see that at this point the sensitivity training is going to be required for Daniel Dye. I wasn't sure if NASCAR and I thought Call Racing, maybe they were going to go ahead and maybe Call Racing was going to go ahead and suspend Daniel Dye for the situation on that front. But I did not know if NASCAR themselves was going to take it out there and basically was going to go and do something like that. But like I said, the incident stemmed from a stream that happened on the Whatnot app. Live streaming on Whatnot, as Motorsports.com reports, Dye was handling some trading cards when he started talking about meeting IndyCar driver Dave Malukas while doing promotional material for the NASCAR Truck IndyCar doubleheader at St. Petersburg. Others in the stream included NASCAR Rally Series driver Brent Cruz and Cruz's stepfather, Matt Langford. He was basically making a mocking tone also toward it. He was distraught. I asked him that question, said Dye, who then began to mock Malukas with a homophobic voice as he explained what Malukas said in response. Now, Brent Cruz, like I mentioned, was also in that video as well, but unlike Daniel Dye, Brent Cruz actually walked away during this portion of the video and was not subject to any disciplinary action by NASCAR because he decided to go ahead and walk away. At the time of filming this video, Daniel Dye has not released a statement in regards to this, but I'd imagine that Dave's probably going to release a statement in regards to that as well. Now, obviously, a lot of people, there's probably going to be some people that have some questions on this, and people are going to be saying, why did NASCAR have to take action, or why did certain people have to take action in regards to that, and they had to indefinitely suspend it? Well, obviously, there's a couple things that need to be said. Here's the thing that needs to be said. You have the responsibility, and there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, there needs to be freedom of speech, among other things. That does need to come into play. Well, I do think freedom of speech is absolutely the right thing in a lot of situations. When you're in a public space and when you have a lot of sponsors that are watching you, and you have sponsors working with you, especially a big company like Ram, who's in big ways supporting you, you need to represent those brands and company and do it with a ton of respect. This is not about a personality side of things. There's a right way about doing things and there's a wrong way with doing things. And I think there's definitely people who need to be treating people like a human being. And Daniel Dye, this is not the first time Daniel Dye has been under public scrutiny. Remember the ball busting situation a few years ago, back in 2022? I think that is something that needs to be brought up. It's not the first time that Daniel Dye has been under a lot of scrutiny for situations he's been involved in. He's been involved in other situations, like the ball busting situation, like I mentioned earlier. But for Daniel Dye, he's going to be out for quite some time. We don't know exactly how long he's going to be out, but I imagine he's going to probably have to go through sensitivity training before he's allowed to come back. The other big question is, who is going to come in and take over that car? Because Daniel Dye was a driver running full-time this year. Could we see Corey LaJoie, who's making a start in the number 25, could we see him make some starts in that 25 truck at some point? I would have to think that is certainly a possibility at this time. Could we see other drivers jump in effect and basically come in and substitute? I think that is certainly a possibility as well. at this particular point. But when Kyle Larson did what he did, he got suspended for it. He basically said a racial slur, and he got suspended for a long time. But unlike Daniel Dye, Kyle Larson can come back, because Kyle Larson's a great driver, and Kyle Larson did a lot of things on and off social media. I just think with Daniel Dye, though, you look at his career at this point, and there's a lot of things that need to be done. Now, maybe NASCAR going into the suspension route, maybe that might have been taking it a little too far on their part at this point. But if Colleague Racing, they wanted to suspend Daniel Dye for that, they certainly could have done it. It's their choice, the company, if they want to go that direction, if they do want to suspend Daniel Dye. And I can't be too frustrated and upset with Colleague on that front if they want to go toward that decision. But again, there's ways about doing things and ways not about doing things. And I feel like for Daniel Dye, this is certainly a learning lesson. The same thing that Carson Hocevar had to do when he got in trouble for saying something stupid. It's just, for Daniel Dye, it's just being an idiot at this point. I don't understand what Daniel Dye was thinking in the bigger picture, and he should have known better in regards to that situation, because to me, and when you're a driver and you're in a public eye, you have the responsibility as an individual to basically not do this. And actually, Daniel Dye has also released a statement at the time of recording this. He says, I want to first apologize to Dave Malukas. I recently went on a live stream with some friends and made some careless comments. I chose my words poorly, and I understand why it upset people. I'm sorry to anyone who was offended. That's not how I want to represent myself. I have some close friends in the LGBTQ community who I would never want to feel less of themselves because of what I said. And that's exactly why I should hold myself to a higher standard. And talking with them, I realized that a true friend would know better than to act the way I did, and for what I needed to be a better friend. What I said doesn't reflect how I feel about them or anyone else. I didn't think enough before I spoke, and I in no way meant any harm. I know that intention does not erase impact, and I need to do better. And taking this seriously and working on being more aware and respectful moving forward. I'm sorry to everyone I let down. I am committed to learning from this and better understanding that the impact that my decisions can have on others. That includes educating myself, listening to those affected, and taking meaningful steps to ensure my actions reflect respect and inclusivity going forward. I know I've got a platform responsibility and I need to use it better. I think that statement pretty much sums up how I kind of feel about it. What Daniel Dye did was probably not a smart move on his part, and he needs to be better in regards to the situations. And you have a platform. You have to represent yourself to a higher standard. That's what happened to Carson Hocevar last year when he basically said the things he said and he got in trouble for it. I think at this point for Daniel Dye, I really hope he can learn from this and grow from this, because he's still a young enough driver that I don't think his career should be over from this. But there's a chance he'll be out for a very long time. And I think there's a lot of learning that needs to be done from Daniel Dye, and there needs to be a lot of growth that needs to be done from Daniel Dye, because he will get in a lot of trouble long term. And I think it's about the best thing you could do here is basically get him in trouble, and I think it's about the best thing at this point. Michael Waltrip probably won't be happy about this at the moment, but who cares about what Michael Waltrip has to say at this point? Nonetheless, he's been suspended by NASCAR and will be suspended for a very long time from NASCAR, and we won't know when he'll return in the near and not-so-distant future. So, that's for today's special breaking news report, and Daniel Dye being indefinitely suspended by NASCAR and Colleague Racing suspending him as well. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so that if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go some more of that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. You think NASCAR made the right call to suspend Daniel Dye for the incident or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have race 6 of the NASCAR Cup Series race at Darlington and the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series races Darlington as well. Then on Thursday, I have a NASCAR news video. Talk about this news. Talk about the Daniel Suarez-Ross Chastain fight. Talk about the Alex Bowman news that broke earlier today. Talk about some silly season rumors potentially. Then Friday, should have another NASCAR news video dropping and throwback paint schemes. And we'll have the race view for the Truck Series race dropping. Then on Saturday and Sunday, reaction stuff from Darlington as well. Got a lot of content coming on people like Haley Deegan, Shaman Gisberg, and Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bolas, Ross Chastain, Shelby Craig, Sam Merritt, Frankie Muniz, Cletus Savard, Dodge Ram, Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, Will Bryan, Brian Finney, Cam Waters, Carl Edwards, other stuff like Greg Biffle, Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, and other things in the near future we'll talk about on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.